Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. The first video post paint dyeing. This one is titled Back in the Saddle. Georgie asks Jack to help her train for a competition on a new horse, hoping he'll connect with the animal. Tim gives Peter some relationship advice, which Tim giving relationship advice is not going to go over well. But I have a feeling Jack isn't going to connect, isn't going to want to connect with the horse. You know, paint was special. And so for Jack, it might take time. He might need some time. Again, as we know, Jack is stubborn. I mean, how long did it take him to kind of accept his new truck that Lisa gave him and the suit that she gave him? So I don't think it's going to go well. I think it's just hoping he'll connect. But I don't think he will. I think he's going to get mad at Georgie for trying to force him onto an animal that he's not ready for. But maybe he will. Maybe he'll take to it. But that was funny how you heard in the last episode with the rodeo saying, you know, he's such an inventive guy, he's calling the horse paint. And I'm like, yeah. Because when I saw him and they called him paint, I was like, well, that does make sense. He's a paint horse. So paint, like, yeah, that's really inventive. But hey, whatever works. I mean, our tortoiseshell, her nickname is Torty, which is, of course, real inventive because she's a tortie. So, you know, it's like, I get it. Sometimes you just call them by their coloring, you know? Let's get started. Start. He's a good boy. Start. He's a good boy.
The race is going to be awesome.
So I just spilled water on me. Great.
Now that paint's gone, what if he never rides again? Wouldn't it be great if he could connect with another horse? With this horse?
Paint would want him to.
Saw what just happened in the kitchen. He said he's not ready.
Yeah. Georgie. Okay.
I mean, it's a good point, but...
You can enter him in the cowboy competition, but don't expect Grandpa to just change his mind suddenly.
Yeah, and you'll be doing all the training yourself because I'm up to my ears in client horses.
Yeah, he's all better now.
Not always going to get it first try.
Georgie. You okay?
Yeah, I'm very fine.
Are you sure?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Okay, let's take a break, huh?
No,
What do we do,
no,
man?
I keep going.
Well, just let's wait till Amy shows up then, all right?
Don't worry, I'll get the expert.
Lee, I'm just tired of being nice to you.
Being nice to me? You've never, ever been nice to me, Tim. And if we're being completely honest here, you never liked me. From the moment I set foot on this property.
Probably before that.
You don't like me? You know what? Newsflash, I don't like you either, Tim.
Signal received, General.
It's that right there. What is that? Call me general all the time like I'm some kind of dictator. I hate it.
I call you General because you expect everyone to bow to your every word.
Oh, that's funny. That's really funny because the only dictator I see around here is you.
Go for water. Yeah,
I mean,
walk away. That's what you do best, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Here I go, watch.
I think Tim did make some valid points there about walking out on the family and stuff, because really that's what Peter has done. But like I said, I find it funny that they're separated, yet they're both still wearing their rings. And it's like, if you're separated, shouldn't you take the rings off, especially if you're going for like custody and everything. And, you know, I know with some people when they separate, they do get back together. So I guess there is that possibility that maybe they would be separated long enough that they'd miss each other. But, you know, they're kind of making it work. You know, they're not, Lou and Peter aren't at each other's throats all the time. But, you know, Tim does make valid points. I mean, Tim's an arrogant ass. You know, he's always been hard on Ty too, and he does it because they're his daughters. I get it, you know, but he needs to respect the fact that these are the men that the daughters chose to marry. And, you know, he has paid Ty a couple of compliments, you know, like, again, when she was blind and Ty said he would help her out and everything. You know, Tim said, you're the right one for her. And I think there were a couple other things that he has said that have been compliments, but Tim really doesn't have any right to talk, given his past. And maybe he feels he does because he overcame his past, which I get. But I still don't think he has a right to talk. He's not perfect either. Almost.
I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
Well, you, it's that horse. I don't think he's up for it.
Like the little
Wow.
artwork they had.
Oh, kitty cat. Oh, how was your lesson?
Great.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, it's like 12:15 in my place.
I hope you know that none of this is coming from me.
You know, we just.
Hey, how's training going?
It's not. Our plan's not working. Jack refuses to have anything to do.
Georgie and Katie.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have any room at all?
Or
Okay.
No, I understand.
for
It's just-
themselves either.
How about you give me a call if anything?
Thanks.
Is that okay with you? Yes,
Of course
I'm sorry. I'm just worried about Georgie. She...
Hey,
Not cool.
Come on, Bert.
Come on, buddy. Buddy's like, no, I'm not going. No, don't want to. Can't make
you
me.
need some help?
He's still not getting it, and now he won't even move. This sucks.
They should have checked it. Got it. Good boy, buddy.
Hey, Georgie! That was amazing. Nice work.
But it's not, you're not really on the same team if you guys are
He's
separated.
amazing. I knew nobody could do it. Grandpa, have you written him?
Yeah, have you?
You should. You really should. She wants to help you. Those are all qualities that you taught her.
Yeah, but the thing is, if he's not ready, then he's not ready. And maybe he never will be. I mean, I get it that they want him to bond with Buddy. I'm guessing by the end of the episode he will, since it is titled Back in the Saddle. You know, paint meant a lot to him, and it does take time. And obviously not a whole lot of time has passed since the last episode. Obviously a little bit has, but not a whole lot of time. So he still needs his time to grieve. And when the grieving process is over, maybe then he would decide to get on a horse. And maybe he won't. Maybe he'll be like, nope, I'm done. I think they were pushing a little too hard.
Hey,
Yeah, hey,
listen,
I was
maybe
wondering
both
if
of
you
you said hi, but
okay, you go.
I was just gonna say, I think we both said some things that we didn't mean.
I've
Or
been watching you, Lou.
see, Tim made a valid point right there. And I think that sunk in. But he's like, hi.
I think this is something I have to do now.
And he does have the animal's interest at heart. Even if
Hey,
he
can you
did
hear?
do what he did.
Sure?
Where's Peter? Thought he was helping you out.
It's up in the loft.
And Tim made a valid point about the whole thing, choosing your career over your family.
I got a truck full of paint down there. Need your help.
I love how Ty still has the same truck.
About the last person. The only reason you turned in those posters was to save your own skin. That wasn't a selfless act, alright? You're trying to avoid being held accountable for your part in the scheme.
Six weeks, though, doesn't seem like a lot of time. I don't really know what he was charged with, though. And the thing is, like, you can understand Ty being pissed because the guy had basically told the poachers to go after Ty. And I know, like, they were paying him for it. But still, yeah, that's something that you might be a little pissed about. So, I can totally understand where Ty's coming from.
I want to welcome everyone to the Hudson Cowboy Classic. Lisa Stillman and I would like to thank all the
I like
riders,
Lisa's
and
hat.
the volunteers and sponsors who helped make this event too.
So,
To
yeah, I
win
guess
this
she's
event,
not
you have to
Fleming
complete
board.
all the obstacles in the shortest amount of time.
Trust me.
So without further ado, let's get this race started. Our
See it.
first two
Check it out.
competitors,
The
and it looks like Travis is dragging his rope. Both riders now penalty.
penalty.
And now pulls.
Oh, you missed one. You knocked one over. One horse didn't do very well. Oh, the cowboys like the fancy food and the highfalutin people like the beers.
Grandpa, over here. Well, it's time for our final
I'm glad
match
that
of the day.
Peter
Amy
showed up.
Fleming riding her horse Spartan, competing against Georgie Fleming Morris.
Till Travis done.
Come on, Spartan. Come on, buddy. Spartan and Buddy. I was gonna say, who do you root for in that situation? Your daughter or your sister? Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. He's not doing well.
Alright, Georgie's done it. Next up, Rocky.
Come on, Amy. Good job, Amy. Look at Tim. Or Ty. Ty has this big smile on his face.
She gets that from me.
Look at Georgie and Buddy go. They're still in this.
I love how they do some of the filming, you know? Some of the shots.
Nobody go! George. Go, Georgie.
And don't forget Georgie
Of course, Amy.
coming in second behind our champion.
I almost beat you.
Tim cheering for Buddy is a good sign. He doesn't have to be ready. I mean, he can establish the connection with Buddy and not necessarily ride him yet, you know? Like he could get on and, or not even get on, but like just start feeding him and brushing him and petting him and getting that connection. So he could do that first and establish that, and then from there say, okay, now I'm ready. Speaking of Buddy. Hey, Buddy. Hey, good boy. Buddy's like, hi,
Hey, Jack.
you want to be my friend?
You ran a good race, kid.
It's progress. The fact that he was out there kind of watching Buddy. It's progress.
Looks like he's making real progress.
Wondering about the coyote puff. You could have just called.
Good. Maybe it's gonna work. So, yeah, he's gonna get that connection. You know, he said you either like each other or you don't. But the fact that he was, you know, kind of watching him, that was progress. And now, of course, he's out there kind of working with him. He's not riding him, but as I said, he's establishing that connection. That's kind of, you know, what Amy does and everything. And then the turnaround, you know, where you turn your back and have the horse walk up to you. You know, it worked. And so I figured by the end of the episode, Jack would have established a connection. And I'm glad it was Buddy, you know, because that's pretty much going to keep Buddy around. What was the other one? Bear? I wonder how Bear's been doing. Buddy and Bear. So, and I like how Tim and Peter and Ty were all heading up to the barn to do some work, you know. It's, like Peter said, they don't have to like each other, but they have to work together. And it's like, that's true, you know. You can still establish a relationship and not like each other. You know, there's people I don't like, but it's like, well, you know, as long as you work with people and respect them, that's all that matters. So, yeah, it was nice seeing the three of them there at the end. They're all going to go and work on whatever, you know. Their lasagna looked pretty good, too. And I like that Lisa commented that the, you know, the kind of high-class English people liked, you know, the beers, and Casey's rodeo people liked the delicate, fine foods. And it's like, well, why not? You know, I think that's cool, the kind of merging of the different types of writing. Nothing wrong with that. Maybe next time in that competition they could have like an English event. You know, who knows? But I like how she mentioned that and Casey was like, next time? Like, I think Casey's kind of like, I don't know if I want to do this. Thank you for joining me for this reaction. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button and subscribe for more content. And hit the notification bell to be alerted of future reacts. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I'll see you for episode 6. Bye.